Okay, I did a video last week about this, and then the video got deleted from my cell phone. So I just wanted to remake this video. I'm not even gonna remake the whole thing, but just this part of it. So this is another trail that we're on further up the trail from the other trail that I was on this morning. And the trackers, the followers, the harassers, the entertainers, whatever you want to call them. One of the things that they do when they're tracking me is they got the guy on the electric bike. They got dog walkers, they got the electric bike. This is not conspiracy stuff. This is not paranoia. I'm showing it to you on videos that I'm doing every day. So it's no big deal. I'm not making a big deal out of it. So this way, they can get me for enticing, inciting violence or some shit. So I'm not saying that anybody should act or react on anything that I'm showing you, and I don't plan on it either. I'm just protecting myself. That's all this is all about for me. Just so that when it all does go down, at least I'll have something that I can show to say, this is the way, this is the real story. This is the way it's really been happening. Okay, so anyways, the electric bike, which I have not seen in 4 days now, 4 or 5 days, it's not been around. Okay, so what he would normally do, comes off this trail right here, and he hides up here on this side trail, and I'll show you, because when it snowed out, what's that? When it snowed out, it was good because I was able to follow his tracks for a couple days and see what he was doing. And then when the soil's soft, of course, too, you can follow his trails in the mud. He's got the biggest bike around, the fattest tires for an electric bike, and the fastest probably as well. It's a really fast bike. And he comes down here, and he usually doesn't pop out of here until I reach that tree right about here. When I reach this tree here, and I'm coming up this path on the bike or walking for that matter, it doesn't really matter, then he's watching me from right there, and then he comes riding out of this trail really fast and takes the corner. And I was saying in the last video, I was just laughing to the camera about it, is that I always wonder, how the hell does he know where I am? And how does he know that there's not somebody else there? Because he comes out of that fucking corner doing 20 miles an hour, I'd say at least, right? And then he barrels right past me, and he's fully face masked and all masked up. So here's where he sits. So he sits right here, and this is a walking trail, is what I was pointing out in the other video. It's not a bike trail, and you can tell there's enough wood laying around and shit and lumber and stuff that no bike is taken up that way. I'll say this too. I would hear him. If he did go that way, then I'd hear crackles, stomp, cramp while I'm over there. Because that's if I was coming up the trail and I'm over there. So what he does is he just sits right here. He can see right through the trees. So as soon as he sees me, he barrels out this way and and takes off. So one of the last times I tracked him, I was following his trails back afterwards to find out where he was coming from, and two, just to make sure that he could just be something innocent. It could just be, somebody in town got a new electric bike or whatever. And it's still possible. It's still possible. But what gets me about it is all the suspicious characteristics that go with it. For example, okay, if it was somebody in town with an electric bike, why would they jump in a truck, drive their electric bike over to here, to a plaza, to a shopping plaza, and then park their truck, take their bike out, fully gear up, get dressed, put your face mask on, put all your winter equipment on, right? And then come back over this way and start going down the trails with your bike, right? And then go down the trails and go back downtown and that kind of thing. He could be from another town, and this is where he's starting off with the trail, so I looked into that. He doesn't. He gets off only 2 streets. So the second street is the street that he's turning off of, and that's the street that my kids live on, that my buddy lives on, and my friend Ray, and my people that I know. So he gets off on that street and then heads up on pavement. For the rest of the way, he's not taking the full trail. At least not those 2 days that I was tracking him for this. He wasn't doing that. That's not the way the snow didn't show that. And then, trying to remember what the hours were later. It's all on video, so to figure out how many hours. It was so many hours later. He heads back up the trail, comes back this way, and so in other words, he rode around town or wherever he went to. I don't know, because he was on pavement, so of course I lost the trail. Right, it was a snow trail, and then he comes back up this way, and he puts his bike back in his truck and takes off. So, it's very suspicious. It's very strange, because if you were a bicycle rider like I'm doing right now, I'm pedaling the fucking bike, and you want some exercise and you don't have a safe place, let's say he lives in a couple towns over where it's busy city driving, you want to get some exercise and come over to this town to ride your bike and stuff. Okay, then I could see doing something like that. But an electric bike, you're an electric bike. You could ride the fucking thing anywhere you want. You're not pedaling. It's obviously not for exercise. And this is a $8,000 electric bike. This is no $1,500, $2,000 electric bike. This thing is bad, man. It's a bad fucking bike. It looks like the 30-something, 40-something inch tires and wheels. I mean, it's huge. It's bigger than a fucking motorcycle, let's put it that way. And probably faster than a lot of small motorcycles. I mean, he can fly on that thing. So, in other words, why not just ride the damn thing to wherever you're riding it to, and just like it's a motorcycle, if that was the case. So in other words, nothing really makes sense. So I don't have any proof. It's not like I seen his badge or something like that to say that he's an agent, but he certainly is doing a lot of strange fucking things, just like a lot of the other people that I've been tracking around, are doing. I should put a filter on here while I'm talking about nothing. HD filter, green. Or I should do red, because the lawn is green and brown and shit, so I'll put a red on. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the lawn. So I have not seen him now. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 days, something like that I haven't seen him again. But it was the day after the set of snow trails. I saw the snow trail. The next day that he went back, he went all the way down the trail, all the way through town on the trail. He didn't cut off early, almost as if he was watching my videos and knew that if he came back out, in order to not look suspicious, he should continue on, to another area or some shit like that. This is way too much trouble. They're going through so much shit to get something on me. It's a lot. And I keep trying to add up the cost, but some of the costs I can't put in definitely, but the man time itself, the man time is in the tens of thousands of dollars when you go back over the years and look at how often they were tracking me along then. But you're talking maybe out of that tens of thousands, it was only probably $2,000 worth of time that was being spent tracking me over a 10-year period. Now that we're in the 10th year, now it's jumped up. Now all of a sudden, that's where the rest of it comes in, is over the last 2.5 months, now 2 months, whatever it's been, that they've been trailing me this hard. And I say that because it's 3 different agencies that are all following me around everywhere. Sometimes they involve up to 5, 6 different agencies, depending on what they got going on for that day and if they were going to get me on something. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. They don't put this much trouble into finding real bad guys, So for somebody that they have to find a false way to bring me down. They cannot do it saying that it's about my YouTube channel. They have to make me out to be an insane lunatic and just take the channel down because I'm some, crazy person or whatever, you know. That's why I'm careful as I'm talking to the camera now, and as I'm talking to the agents themselves, and as I'm talking to subscribers, to real people that might be out there. As I do that, I'm keeping a cool, calm, and collective. It's intentional because I know how they'll do this. They'll flip it anyways. Even this, they'll take out these parts when I'm talking logic, and they'll make me look like a fucking Fruit Loop somehow by cutting the images back. Say, look, he thinks there's fucking cameras all over the place, you know. He thinks they're watching him. No one's watching him. Yeah, they're doing more than watching me. They're letting themselves be seen, and that's called intimidation. That's called harassment, and that's what they've been doing for a long time now. So anyways, I mentioned that about the bike and all that stuff. They, you know, switching off cars and all the things they did. And then we got that little paved area off the main road up there. If that really is theirs and they bought that, and just there, again, it's just a tax write-off for Richard, you know. Richard, he don't care. He'll throw 15, 20 grand at a project. I've seen him do it. I mean, $30,000, $40,000, like I said before, in order to just be the winner of something or whatever it is he thinks he's doing. So, you know, for him to be throwing some money at some investigators to try to get something on me and stuff like that, to get everything rolling, you know. So it's not a big deal, but it is a lot. It is a lot. In other words, it's not over this is not happening over some small little shit. They obviously want to get me on something fairly large. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend this much money. The setups. There's an internet setup that's going on with me. That's the whole point of these crashing these phones and coming in, and they've been doing that for years as well. It's only grown worse. It's been this bad before, actually, where I've had to get new computers, get new cell phones, get new telephones and everything. And then it's kind of fun because tracking them back, once you get all new equipment, it only takes them a matter of hours. Within a couple of hours, they're already back in my computer. They're already back in the phone, and so in other words, they have to upload through a back door somewhere onto my new computer, because they just become the computer. They take over. Yeah, I can still use the computer, but in the background, they're running all the time. And you'll know when this is happening to you because your computers get overheated really quick, and they don't shut up and turn on and off very quickly. It takes a real long time because there's all these hidden apps in the background. This last computer that I had, I got rid of like 3 months ago, whenever all this started, and I realized they were coming at me hard. I figured they're up to something, and I noticed that my computer real fucking slow. It was already slow to begin with, but it just really slowed down. And every time you touch the thing, it would like burn you. It got really hot, and when I shut it off and on, 5, 6, maybe more of those little, maybe more, because they flash so fast, those little black tabs that are not for apps. They're just when you shut your computer off and on. They're programs that are in the background. And usually they'll say something inside the black area, will have some digitry or lettering. And these ones didn't. And I thought that was kind of strange too, because there were so many of them and they didn't have anything written in them. So I knew there was something going on with the computers. So they're putting shit on the computers. They put shit on the cell phones. As if the stuff I do in my regular life is not bad enough, they have to put stuff that they think that they can really nail me on, you know. So what else am I going to tell you about? So I went down earlier. I showed the mud prints and a little place they got off to the side on the grass over there. So I've got VHS cameras parked at those areas. I've got another VHS in a bait car, and I just now left with only this phone on and not my cell phone, and my cell phone is still off. So I'm just going to look around, see if they're going to track me over this way today. I'm pointing out the use of the house cameras that are all over the neighborhoods and stuff like that. It's funny because, nobody believes that they have the technology or the ability to do it this way, and they think that it's like only everyone. Look in China; they can't do nothing in China without being watched, and it's such a surveillance state. Yeah, we're doing the same shit. With between all the cameras in everyone's houses, they don't have to really put cameras on all the poles. They have complete access, and what that should anger everybody about is the fact that look at all the crimes that go unsolved and the crimes that are taking a real long time. I don't even believe that some of them are crimes. We don't know what's real or not anymore. Because when you know that these assholes have all this access to all this equipment in every camera in every neighborhood, then there's no fucking way that any real crime is going to go unsolved or they can't find the answers to. That means they're purposely turning their heads away from the answers. Why? Because they don't want to give away the technology that they use, maybe in some cases. Or maybe they're false flag operations to begin with. Like on the tip of my tongue, there's a really big case going on right now that's a very serious murder situation case. And they're pretending, and the whole thing just seems fucking weird to me, the whole way that it's all going down. And you're not allowed to question it, of course. You can't question it, you can't talk about it, because if you do, your videos get deleted and they come and look at you as a suspicious person. So you can't, fucking ridiculous, man. It's fucking all bass backwards as usual. So move over here. I'll grab some imagery from over here. See, lights and shadows, people. If anybody's coming to my videos. Because I can see it all in there real good. You can see all the faces. Look at all the faces everywhere. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. From the veil to the ground. So I'm watching this dude now, just pulled up in some dark tinted windows, parked in the middle of the lot, not doing nothing. I'll watch him for a few minutes, see what he does. I'll go get his plate number and check him out if he doesn't act. What am I at for minutes here? Only 17 minutes. Alright, I think we're going to do that. Because I'm curious what he's up to. Okay. Take this off. Camera don't stand out as much. He's looking at me anyway, so he's just looking at me through tinted glass. And there was the dark red pickup truck. It was only a one-time sighting. And he followed me down here. Same spot, same parking lot. He followed me down here. It was about 5 minutes after I showed up. That he showed up. And then he stayed there all the way until I got the camera on him real good. Staying in the car, but who knows? It could just be someone innocent. Oh shit, did I lose the glove? Son of a bitch. Lost the fucking glove. I don't know where I lost it. Okay, we'll just keep watching him watch me. I'll go see if I can find my glove. Yeah, if you don't leave by the time I find my glove, then I'm going to assume that he's one of them. What the fuck is it? See if I can get the camera right on him. Is that this one? And this one? There he goes. I think that's him. Yeah. There he goes. Curious to see what he does, if he's going to take off real fast and so I can't get him, or is he just going to park down there? Let's see what he does. Yeah, he seems to be hiding from the camera. Still not getting out of the car. He parked over there down the ways a little bit. He might be waiting for his backup. There goes the gray truck, but I don't know if it's my gray truck or not. See if he does anything weird. No. Okay. Because I did see the red compact this morning. I did see it, but I wasn't sure if it was my red compact or what it was, you know. So, and I still don't know. But remember, it was yesterday. I saw the shiny black roof. I seen the shiny black roof down on the side street. Came around a couple times. So, yeah, he's still sitting in there. So I just might as well grab the plate number just for the fuck of it. So 2RTB48. I'm just gonna go back one more time. Make sure I got that right. himself, driving in circles around his car, as you can see, for the last 5 minutes. Anybody in their right mind would have noticed that and looked up to see what the hell I was up to. He's keeping his head down so I can't see his face. And I never caught the car. I was on the side street yesterday, I only caught the roof line. Shiny black car, I said, remember? And there's this shiny black car acting suspicious. So let's keep an eye out. So before I shut this off, I'm just going to say the mineral streets are definitely starting out. You can see them everywhere. Of course, all the zombies just deny it. But there's 2 of them right there. Since I'm watching this guy anyway, I might as well take a look. So right now, on a day like this, with this kind of a color sky, this blue sky like this, this is when everybody should. That's the second one. It's not the same one. The other one's over here. But you just, all you do is you keep looking around wherever you can see, as far as you can see during the day, right? Not that anybody's gonna ever listen, because no one ever does. So there's 3 of them right here. Here's another one. Okay. So 3 of them right now, and then we could stand here. There's 4 of them. There's another one. See them? They're all over the fucking place, right? So this is only in this matter of a couple minutes that I'm making this video, that I'm showing these to you. And all they have to do is just scroll the sky real quick, see how many I see. So there's 4, right? This is what I do with my family and friends all the time too, because they are in denial about fucking reality. Anything that's reality you can see for yourself, they're in denial of it. You got to see it on a TV screen before they consider it real. Or in a computer monitor on their cell phone, then they consider it real. Anyways, let me go back to these fucking things. Let me grab this one. I can watch for my guy over here while I'm doing this. I want to see if anybody comes in and parks next to him too. Where the fuck are you? Right here. Right there somewhere, I guess. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so anyways, you start counting them up, and right now I can guarantee you from seeing this many in this shorter period of time, and then every 5 minutes you go and you count, yeah, so here's 4. Then in another 5 minutes I'm going to count 4 more, and then another 5 minutes from then I'm going to maybe count 10, and then another 5 minutes from then I'm going to count another 5 to 10, and you know, so I mean, because really I could look around and I'm sure I could find more. Yes, I do. Yes, because there's another one right there. It's farther away. Camera might not even be picking up. I'd have to put my zoom on. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here in my direct view without even hardly looking at anything, and I already got fucking 6 of them, you know. And that's the way you do it. That's the way you count them. So let's say if you got 6 of them in 5 minutes, then next thing you know, you're getting 10 to 5 every 5 minutes. Then you can watch them for a couple hours and make sure it wasn't just that particular 5 minutes or those particular 5-minute increments just was a coincidence that some planes or jets happened to be flying by. Okay, I gotcha. I did all that like 15 years ago. So now I know how easy this is, and it's that easy to count them up. And when you add them up and you figure, once you start realizing that you're getting 100, maybe an hour or so, even if that's all you have time to count, still add that up throughout the day, right? So if you're getting 100 of them, which is way more than that, you know, I was counting them with my family over the years. Every 10 minutes, we'd see how many we get in 10 minutes, and I could find you 100 of them in 10 minutes. And then, of course, the denial comes in right away. Well, you know, I didn't see nothing about this on the news, you know, so they tell us what the fuck's going on, you know, Michael? Fuck me, man. There's another one right here. So yeah, there he is. Okay, so that's that's the one that was over there. So he was counted in the six. He just got a little closer to me. That's all. So he was in the six. So that's 6 of them in 5 minutes, and then we keep doing that throughout the day, and you're gonna come up with tens of thousands of these fucking things. I want to go back over and see what this guy's doing before I shut the camera down. I'm at 30 minutes. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try something and see if I can get this guy to follow. I'll be back.